No need for the music. Man, the ACC is exciting, isn't it? Most exciting conference out there, huh? Let's see what's going on here. What time is it? 3:25 yet. Kickoff at Boston College, I think it's 3:35. We have a 1-point game here with 16 seconds left. Miami over Virginia Tech. And I watched this entire game. It was not very exciting. Not very exciting at all. What's up, Ballard? What's up, Matt? And so Virginia Tech goes for a... it's 4th and 10. They got 5 seconds left. So they're going to do a Hail Mary, I guess. They don't have time to get in field goal range and down it with only 5 seconds. There's a crazy game going on in Chapel Hill. Let's see what that looks like. 52-45. Jesus. And Virginia Tech's doing the well, game over. Miami by 1. Who am I pulling for in Boston College and Notre Dame? I don't really care. I don't really think the game, I mean, I'm not sure the game matters at this point because I think Notre Dame can lose this game and still be in first place in the ACC. Most likely. So, I don't know. I just want to see a good game. I just want to see an exciting game. That's all that matters to me. Some good storylines in this game. First of all, those two schools don't like each other. Notre Dame calls them backup college. So, in other words, all the students that don't get into Notre Dame, all of the football players that don't get scholarships offers to Notre Dame, end up going to Boston College. Which I don't know how much of that is true, but they do have Phil Jurkovec, former backup quarterback for the Irish, is the starter for the Boston College. So, That's a good storyline in itself. I mean, I'm not a fan of either team, so I don't care. And of course, my internet or whatever happens with the stream happened. I have to refresh it. I don't know what that's about. It's been doing it for months, and I can't figure out why. So, is there a chance the Irish and Miami and Clemson get left out? I don't know. I'm not sure what you're asking, Solo. Is there a chance it's the Irish and Miami and Clemson gets? Oh, okay. So you're saying, is there a chance that Clemson gets left out, but Notre Dame and Miami make it? Yeah. Well, Clemson would have to lose another game, and Miami would have to win out. That's the only way, because Clemson holds the tiebreaker over Miami. So, what's up, Byrick? You came in 10 minutes later knowing that my stream was going to cut off. Cougar up. Hey, man, how are you? How you doing? Snake Spence is in the house. George is here. Solo Bowen. Also here. All right. I want to turn it to the final minutes of this North Carolina and Wake Forest game. 52-45. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here. And another touchdown by North Carolina. Yeah, I think I'm not so sure. Well, having Trevor back will be a plus. I'm not so sure that's the biggest deal, though. I think it has more to do with some of the players on defense that are hurt. We need back, but I agree. Yeah, Miami barely beat Virginia Tech. They were a 2-point underdog. I mean, Miami has no shot. Look, they'd be better off not going to the ACC championship, because I'm telling you right now, they'd lose to either Notre Dame or Clemson. You want Notre Dame because they'd be a tough challenge for the Tide. Yeah. Notre Dame's a decent team. I mean, better than decent. They're really good, obviously. A lot of people are wondering if Notre Dame's going to get caught slipping today, trap game, all that. I don't think this game is going past, over their head or anything. See, Solo says he thinks Notre Dame's about to blow out the Eagles. I mean, they're a considerable favorite, right? 13-point favorite, I think. That's a lot. Which I think is probably what it'll end up being around that, right around 2 touchdowns. Well, we saw how Boston College played against Clemson. Now, that's not saying they're going to do the same thing against the Irish, but they're capable, if they put a good game together, they're capable of hanging around for a while. As a Gamecock fan, what do you want to happen tonight? That's a good question. He's saying win or lose and fire Will Muschamp. That's a very good question. I would probably say, yeah, I guess you want them to lose and never win again until he's fired. I don't know. I mean, things are so upside down in Columbia right now. I think the first thing is to get rid of all Will. So whatever it takes to do that. Yeah, he is horrible. Thoughts on BYU? You mean their football program or their university? Look, man, I think they're good, but I think if you put them against any of these teams in the top 10, and these Power 5 teams in the top 10, you know who I'd like to see? I'd like to see Cincinnati play BYU. Because you know what I think would happen? I think that Cincinnati would beat the brakes off of BYU. I do. BYU's got a good quarterback and everything, but I don't know, man. Doty in at quarterback. Whoa. Yeah, I think that Cincinnati would beat BYU. I do. I think Cincinnati's a legit team. Like to see who they get matched up with in the postseason this year, in the most likely a New Year's Six bowl game, because I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. But that would be an interesting game to see who they get matched up with. What is North Carolina doing, man? Does North Carolina have the worst defense in college football? It's right up there. They got Wake Forest out here looking like Oklahoma. Ballard, I don't think you're going to see an expansion in the playoffs until the original contract is up, 2024. It's all about contracts, TV contracts. Yeah, BYU and Cincinnati will both probably be in a New Year's Six game, but not against each other, most likely. They usually pair those group of 5 teams up with a Power 5 team in the bowl games. I'm with you. I don't really want the playoffs to expand either, but it's just a matter of time. I think it'll definitely happen in 2024. And my guess is it will go to 8 teams, if I had to guess. Which is really just making people feel better, because I think the chances of the 8 seed winning the championship is pretty slim. I guess anything's possible, but what is North Carolina's trying to let the Wake Forest get back in this game with so they're up by 14 with a minute left, and they're about to let Wake Forest score a touchdown. Yeah, I agree. There will be more blowouts if we expand the playoffs. Plus, it tends to make some of these other bowl games a little bit less important, which I don't like that either. I'm definitely old school when it comes to college sports. I don't like change. Let's see. Notre Dame and Boston College. All right, here we go. Book. Looks like that's the first play from scrimmage there. It was. Completion by the Irish. Pick up about 8. This time they're going to run it, and they're going to get the first down. Picks up about 5. Well, I hear the band there. Is there any fans in Boston? Are they allowing fans up there? I'd be surprised if they were. See, another completion by Book. Picks up about 3 on first down. No fans. Okay. So they got the fake crowd noise going. Of course, today is the red bandana game they have once a year to honor, what is that kid's name? Call him a kid. The kid that died in 9/11. Young man that died. 2nd and 4. Big run for a first down and more by Notre Dame. They definitely don't look flat coming out of the gate. That was the concern, wasn't it? What's up, Colby? What's up, Nate the Great? Brion. Jermaine. Another completion by Notre Dame and another first down. Another pass to the tight end. That's like the 3rd tight end reception of this drive alone. They use their tight ends a lot. Of course, we saw them use them against Clemson, and very effectively so. Yes, I did see the Nebraska one. Penn State's awful. Really bad. Book. Back to pass. Complete again for another first down. And Book has looked good the past couple of weeks. Nebraska needs out of the Big Ten. All right, 2nd and 1. They're all the way down to the 21-yard line. And Book is going to keep it and get the first down. They're inside the 20. A lot of people think that Boston College is going to upset Notre Dame here. Yeah, Miami scared everybody. They had me on my seat there. I actually bet on Miami to cover. They were a 2-point underdog, and they won, so I won. What's up, Chris? I'm going to hand the ball off on first down and pick up about 3. I think Miami's a legitimate top 10 or top 15 team, maybe? I don't think they're a playoff contending team. No, I don't. Second down and 6 from the 13. Book passes it incomplete. Third down coming up. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Luke? Yeah, that was a rough one, wasn't it? What's the final score of that game? They were a 12-point favorite. Did they cover? Or they let Wake Forest score late, didn't they? I bet they did. Probably didn't cover. Miami was my lock of the week. And they won for me as far as the spread goes. So there's a flag on this play here. I think it might be against Notre Dame. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, they called it against Boston College, which gives Notre Dame the first down, 1st and goal. That's a huge mistake there. That was probably the difference between 3 points and 6 points right there. That holding call. Yeah, 59-53. Geez, 111 points scored in that game. So they run it on first down and pick up a couple. Second and goal coming up from about the 5. Yeah, I like the all white too. What am I drinking? This is actually a rum and Coke I just made. Captain Morgan's and Coke. And I have a beer here too. That's what I'm drinking. All right, second down. Book rolls out to his right, and he's going to go out of bounds about the 4. Third down coming up. Yeah, Sam Howell's a bad man. Problem is you have got about 11 bad men on the defensive side of the ball, too. All right, here we go. Third and goal from 5. Book. Incomplete. And there's a flag on the play. Man, come on. This looks like an offensive pass interference. On the tight end, maybe? I'm really looking forward to the night game tonight, the Arkansas and Florida game. Very interested in that. I'm looking forward to seeing Arkansas's defense is legit. I'm looking forward to seeing Arkansas's defense against Florida's offense. Plus, no Kyle Pitt tonight, I don't think. All right, so 4th and goal, and they kick a field goal. So Notre Dame goes up 3-0. I consider that a win for the Eagles. Yeah, that's a win for the Eagles, keeping the Irish out of the end zone there, especially after that last penalty. Byron says, we root for the Hogs in my house. You know what? I've actually been to Fayetteville, Arkansas. I got a buddy that lives there. He used to live here. He moved back there, and I went and visited him a few years ago. He lives in Fayetteville, and it's a pretty campus. We went. It wasn't during football season. It was in the spring, so we went to a baseball game, and this was I can't remember what year it was. Might have been like 10 years ago, maybe. Anyway, we went to a baseball game, and it was a top 5 matchup. I think Arkansas was ranked like number 5 in the country at the time, and Vanderbilt was ranked either 1 or 2. And we went to the game, and it went to like 12 innings, 10 or 11 or 12 innings or something. But Fayetteville was pretty. The campus was pretty. I wasn't a big fan of the surrounding areas. It's just a lot different than coastal South Carolina, you know. But plus it was cold, and it was early in the spring. Is that Notre Dame's home jersey? I didn't know that. I don't know what they're. But you're asking when was the last time Notre Dame wore a home jersey for an away game? Do you know the answer to it, or are you really asking? I don't know the answer to it. Polk County Knoll. Talking about on YouTube? Is that somebody's name on YouTube? The only Florida State person I know on YouTube is what's his name? Turnt Tally. Turnt Tally's the only one I know. I mean, I know there's more of them. I just don't know who they are. So, Fire Fuller now. Are you formerly a sad FSU fan and then a depressed FSU fan, and now you're Fire Fuller now? 863 Seminole TV. I'll check that out. Is that the name of the YouTube channel, I guess, or the show? All right. So Boston College is going to receive the kickoff that bounces, and he's going to bring it back to about the 20. And we'll get to see our first look at Phil Jurkovec. Jurkovec. I've heard this guy's name pronounced like 18 different ways. Jurkovec, Jurkovec, Jurkovec. I don't know what it is, but he's coming on the field right now, and we're going to get to see what he looks like. Twerk Tally. Oh, you're killing me with this stuff. All right, Jurkovec back to pass, and looking like he was doing against Clemson. Picks up about 15 on the play, on the pass. What's up, Dennis? What's up, Mike? Jerkovid? Come on now, stop it with that. What's up, Gerald? ACC has the best quarterbacks this year. The ACC always has a lot of good quarterbacks. You know, there's more starting quarterbacks in the NFL from the ACC than any other conference. I think they have 9. That's a third of the league. So, not surprising there. 1st and 10. And another complete wide open, and the receiver looks like he's limping. He didn't even get contacted with anybody. That was weird. Now he's grabbing his calf muscle. Maybe he just has a cramp or something. Hopefully that's all it is. Looks like that's all it is. He looks like he's trying to stretch. That's the worst, too, whenever you get a cramp in your calf muscle. You ever wake up in the middle of the night with a cramp in your calf muscle? You want to talk about pain. SEC East coaches are overrated. Well, I can think of several of them that are just flat out not good. Will Muschamp being the main one? I don't know about Pruitt yet. Yeah. I see what you're saying. What's up, Rack Dog? No, I don't know about Kirby Smart. A full body cramp? No, I have never had that before. I didn't even know that was possible. That sounds painful, though. Yes, it does. Well, I do know that the Tennessee fans are starting to get a little impatient with Pruitt, and I don't blame them. I mean, at this point, they appear to be going the wrong direction. Like, nobody's expecting Tennessee to win the East or win 11 games every year right now. But they think it seems as if they're going this way, not this way. They're headed in the wrong direction, as they say. Yeah, soccer players get cramps. Yeah, that's like the stomach cramps, right? From all that running. Let's see what else is on here during commercial break. Colorado and Stanford. What are all the good games on tonight or something? What's going on here? Yes, Penn State has fallen hard. The mighty have fallen. Not exactly sure how mighty they were, but they're falling. Cramp in the calf muscle is a sign of a strained Achilles on the way. I always thought it was just like dehydration. That's what I heard. Because I've had several of them. Catholics versus cousins. Well, they actually call this the Holy War. There's another game that they call the Holy War, too. I want to say, who's that one? That's Utah against BYU, I think. All right. But yeah, they call Boston College Notre Dame the Holy War. Big time sack on Jerkovic there on first down. They call this the Holy War, too, though. This one here. Wilkie, 3 bets on Lou show this morning. Pine Cone 100, U55, SSC 25, all won on Miami. Well, yeah, good. I won on Miami too, so we all won on Miami. Although Miami almost let us down. They almost lost. I agree, Byrick. We should start a petition. BYU and Utah should be the Crusade. That's a good one. I like that. Sounds cooler, too. I like it. I'm going to start calling it that. Screw what everyone else calls it. Call it the Crusade from now on. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 8. Boston College is all the way down to the 21 of Notre Dame. 3rd and 8 coming up. Jerkovic back to pass, and it's complete inside the 10. First down, 1st and goal. Coming up from the 9. Obviously a touchdown here. Let's see if this hit the ground or not. No, that looks good. Got his hands underneath the ball, wrapped it up. That's a catch. Current drive, 6 plays, 71 yards in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. That is impressive, folks. 1st and goal coming up. Jerkovic steps up into the pocket, throws it in the end zone, and it's caught. Is he inbounds? No, they're going to say he's out of bounds. They're going to say he's out, and he was out. I'm going to tell you what, guys. Just from what I've seen, we saw the first drive from Notre Dame, pretty impressive offensive drive. This drive by Boston College has been impressive so far. And Jerkovic looks like extremely poised, that the word that everybody likes to use for quarterbacks. He just looks, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say here. He just looks like he's on point right now. With his footwork, stepping up in the pocket, just doesn't look rushed. Well, he's rushed now, and he's flushed out of the pocket, and he throws it in the end zone, and he throws it out of bounds. There's a flag on the play. And this is going to be This is going to be against BC, I think. Who's it against? Why are you pointing both directions? The most confused referee ever. All right. So it's illegal motion against Boston College. Penalties declined. All that for a lot of nothing. So we got a 3rd and goal coming up from about the 9-yard line. So this is it. They're either going to get a touchdown here or have to settle for a field goal. And Jerkovich about to pass, throws it into the corner of the end zone. He's open. He catches it. Touchdown, but there's a flag on the play. So they called a touchdown on the field. The flag was thrown well before the pass was thrown. So could this be coming back, or is this against the Irish? Holding against the Irish. They're going to decline it. The result of the play is a touchdown, Eagles. That was a hell of a pass, my friends. He threw that ball in the corner of the end zone where nobody could get it except for his guy. And his guy did get it. Ugh. I don't know if he had possession of the ball when he was, I don't know. They're going to reverse this. I don't think he had possession of the ball while he was in bounds. He didn't gain possession until he was out. They're going to call this back. What do you guys think? I agree with you, Chris. Boston College is better than people think. So the question is, do they have enough evidence to say this is indisputed? I think he was out of bounds. That's the way it looks to me. He's bobbling the ball, he's out of bounds. Yeah, he's out. I think there is a UFC fight tonight. I couldn't tell you who it is, though. I want to say there is. I saw that somewhere. The game is on ABC, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's on ABC. Yeah, so they called it back. They say he was out of bounds, which is what I said. So they reversed the touchdown call. And so it's going to be 4th down. Wait a second. No, it's 1st and goal because of the penalty. I forgot about the penalty. So yeah. So it's 1st and goal. I don't know. McGregor's retired, I think, twice now. He's got to be the most exciting fighter in the UFC. He might not be the best, but he's the most exciting. 1st and goal, and they hand the ball off, and he's not going to get anywhere. Back to the line of scrimmage, maybe 2nd and goal coming up. Mm-hmm. And I watch McGregor's anytime he's on. I'll pay for it. No takesy backsy. 2nd and goal. Jerkovic rolls around to his right, throws it in the end zone. Touchdown. What in the hell was that? I don't know if that was a bad pass or the wrong route ran. Either way, that could have very easily been intercepted. That was just a wild play. I don't know how to explain it. Receiver overruns the ball. The ball's thrown behind him. He turns around on a dime and dives backwards and catches it. It just was there was something weird about the way that ball was thrown. Anyway, touchdown, Boston College. Is YouTube your full-time gig? 3/4 of my time, yes, at this point. All right, so here we go. 7-3. UNC also had some fun. Yeah, I liked North Carolina's uniform today too. It was it looked like about the 1990s maybe jersey or 80s maybe. What's up, Butcher's Block? Patriots Talk. Pete, the sad part about this is Boston College hasn't been this good in years, and they don't broadcast them local in Boston. Wow, why not? That's ridiculous. Why would they not have them local in Boston? They should have them. First of all, they should have them statewide, for sure. I mean, the entire state of Massachusetts should have them. Honestly, they probably should be broadcast throughout all of New England. That should really be New England's team. What's up, JW13120? You're tired of the Notre Dame love fest? Yeah, Wilkie, believe me. I know exactly how you feel, brother. Believe me. Yeah. Well, I have the ACC network just through my cable. I don't have to pay extra for it. But you're saying if you live in Boston, the only way to get it is to have the ACC network. That's wild. Boston College has a lot of good sports teams. They always have a good baseball team. Their basketball team is up and down, a lot like Clemson, up and down. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if fluke is the right word because I actually had a feeling it was going to happen. Unlikely is probably a better word. In other words, if they played each other 5 times, I think Clemson will win 3 of the 5, probably, or 4 of the 5. All right, here we go. Boston College kicks it off, and they're going to return it. And he returns it all the way right around the 24. I wonder how much of that it's got to be because of all of the professional sports in Boston. I mean, you got the Patriots, you got the Celtics, you got the Red Sox, You got the hockey team. It's just, I think it's probably because Boston is such a big professional sports town that they just don't care about the football team in college or something. I don't know. It is weird, though. Turnover. I think Boston College just got the ball back. Was that a fumble by the running back, or who was that? I missed it. Let's see here. Let's see the replay here. So a little bit of karma. There was a fumble on the exchange between Ian Book and the running back. And running back just drops it on the ground, and Boston College guy jumps on top of it. It's about one of the easiest turnover you'll ever get as a defensive player. The ball falls on the ground right in front of your face, and all you have to do is fall down on it. That's it. So this is huge, guys. Boston College takes over at this 18. Jerkovic rolls around to his right, and he had a wide open tight end and just underthrew him. What's up, Melissa May? Thank you for hitting that or posting that PayPal link. I really appreciate it, Melissa. She's so sweet. Every time she comes in here, she's always trying to get people to support the show. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Jerkovic underthrows that guy again, too. That's the second pass in a row that he's hit the dirt with his pass. What's going on there, buddy? All right, 3rd and 10 from the 19. Jerkovic back to pass again. Dumps it off to the running back, who gets 0, zip, zilch, even less than that. Looks like about a 4-yard loss on the play. So I'm guessing they're going to bring out the field goal unit and capitalize on this turnover here and hopefully get 3 points. It would be funny. I'm not going to lie. It would be funny if the Irish lost to Boston College, but it does not end their season yet. There would just be, at that point, there would be. So anyway, the 41-yard field goal is good. At that point, if Boston College won today, you'd have 3 one-loss teams in the ACC. And the order they would go in would be Notre Dame, Clemson, and Miami in that order. So Maddie says his question last night from when he called into the call-in show maybe completely irrelevant in like another 2.5 hours. And what he's referring to is the playoff picture here. And that's a great point that he brings up. At this point, it's entirely possible for 2 ACC teams to make the playoffs, but that would all go out the window if Notre Dame lost today. The loss that Clemson took, the only way that it affects Clemson in any way is they don't have any room for error now. They have to win out. That's the only reason it affected them. But I would make an argument that it affected them in a positive way. Hopefully woke them up. That they're beatable. Start walking around. Some of the players on that team haven't lost their regular season game the entire time they've been at Clemson, and they're like juniors and seniors. So First and 10. Book. Complete for about 20 yards on a completion there. 1st and 10. Let me change the score before I forget. Second down coming up. Second and 8. Book throws it over the middle, complete for a big first down and more. And it seems as if both of these teams, particularly Notre Dame, is getting big chunks in the passing game. I mean, they're getting 15, 20, 25 yards on just about every pass play. So far, you're not seeing a lot of the passes behind the line of scrimmage and the bubble screens and all the boring shit that the colleges do these days. They're going down the field. And they're going to hand the ball off for no gain. No gain like Rogaine. The rise to greatness for Clemson has been fun to watch. Well, it has been for me. So, it hasn't been fun for a lot of people, though. A lot of the people that don't like Clemson, they're not having so much fun watching that. 2nd and 11, and Book is going to keep it and run up the middle and pick up the 11 yards. This is what he did to Clemson. I mean, he was just running all over Clemson like he was nothing. He's deceptively fast and nimble. I mean, he just doesn't look like, when you just look at him, he doesn't look like he'd be a big threat running the ball, but he is quick. All right, 1st and 10. And they're going to do a little screen pass to the running back. Picks up a couple. The only game that Clemson plays that might be close is Virginia Tech. Yeah, I don't think that one's going to be that close, honestly. Let me think here. I'm going to say, well, where do they play Pitt and Clemson, don't they? Yeah. I'm going to say Pitt just because of Pitt's defense, but I don't know, man. I don't think anybody left on their schedule can play them close, honestly. Yeah, Melissa, that's why I'm not even on Facebook. I prefer Twitter because Twitter limits it's just easier. You don't have to request friends and deny friends, and you can only write so much, so you don't have to read. These people they get out of control with their Facebook posts. Like, I'm not sitting down and reading a novel for every time somebody gets an idea on Facebook and decides to post it, and they post a 4-paragraph comment. I prefer the simpleness of Twitter. It's for idiots like me who have no attention span. So this is going to be ruled, I guess it's ruled a touchdown by Notre Dame, and there's a flag on the play. All right, so they're going to they're giving Notre Dame the touchdown, and then they're going to penalize them for an unsportsmanlike after the play was over. Oh, believe me, everybody uses Facebook. Everyone except for Pigskin Pete. Well, first of all, they kicked me off of there anyway. That's the other thing about Facebook I don't like. You have to use your real name. Like, Pigskin Pete is not a real person, right? They wanted me to send them proof, like a driver's license photo or something that said Pigskin Pete on it. I'm like, yeah, okay. Not happening. All right, so 14-10. Irish on top. Let's say 14-10. What is it? 10-10, not 14-10. What am I talking about? Y'all are supposed to correct me. 10-10. And there's only 11 seconds in the opening quarter here. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. For some reason, I thought it was 10-7. It was 10-3. What's up, Jamie? And John? King by default. Yeah, Florida State's horrible. They're going to have to start over. I thought that's what they were doing. Well, of course, they don't have a choice but to start over from scratch now because they're not going to have anybody left. Yeah, only boomers use Facebook. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. People get their feelings hurt on Facebook really easily, too. I don't have time for that. And Boston College is going to run a fake reverse. And it does nothing. End of the first quarter. What in the hell was that supposed to be? Crimson Brave, that's why you're my man. He only gets on Twitter to troll people like Walt Deptula. That's like I tell my wife to keep me off of her Facebook page. She'll put some pictures of me on there, but people probably think she's single because I'm not in her Facebook page. Oh yeah, the Walt Deptula video. After he blocked me on Twitter, I went and made a video about him and called him out. Which, by the way, first of all, I don't know Walt Deptula. I don't know anything about Walt Deptula. I really don't. I haven't listened. I've listened to 5 minutes of him, and that was after he blocked me on Twitter. I went and listened to one of his radio podcasts or something, but he's on the actual radio, the FM radio, I believe in the upstate of South Carolina. But the guy blocked me on Twitter just for saying that I thought that Tua would go ahead of Justin Herbert in the draft. He blocked me on Twitter for saying that. I mean, you talk about a softie. So anyway. And then he didn't just block me. He had to be a dick about it, too. Like he literally said, I know more than you do about this. I go, oh, okay, you do? Well, it turns out I was right. So he was wrong. That's probably the reason he blocked me. Because he knew he was wrong. I can't believe that Penn State's 0-4 either. I really can't. I don't understand it either, Maddie. Believe me. Yeah, apparently a bunch of people trolled Walt for me. Now he really doesn't like me. He thinks I sent people after him or something. Anyway, I don't get it. See, man, this is the thing that most people don't understand about YouTube. Until you get on it for a while and you communicate with the people that are on there. And it's a lot like high school drama. People talk behind each other's backs. Jealousy. Like, I don't get involved in any of that nonsense that you see a lot of these people get involved in. What's up, Uncle Lou? He knows what I'm talking about. Uncle Lou knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, Mrs. Peete finally kicked me out. She finally had enough. Now, this is the same room. Just a different camera angle. That's my desk over there. And my chair to my right. And my TV's in front of me. All right, 2nd and 15. Incomplete. What's up, Uncle Lou's golf cap? You're just in time. As soon as Uncle Lou comes in here, then his golf cap is to follow. Well, I guess that makes sense if you're wearing them. The lantern is actually in the hands of Peete Jr. He uses the lantern whenever he yells at his other buddies on Fortnite or whatever the hell they're playing in there. 3rd and 15. Jerkovic throws it downfield, complete all the way to the 30-yard line. But once he's done using the lantern, if it still lights up and he hasn't broken it, like he breaks everything else, I probably will submit it to the Smithsonian. You're not the first person to suggest that I do that. And you have a point. It should be in the Smithsonian. It also should be in the Broadcasting Hall of Fame. You're just chilling in the she shed. Yeah. Yeah, Maddie, I don't know if you have any kids, buddy, but I have 2 boys. And yes, they destroy everything. So he has all the game systems. Shit, he's got a PS4, an Xbox One, and he's going to get the PS5. He's been saving up for it all year, like all of his birthday money and shit. Big play by Jerkovic, runs all the way down to the 10. 1st and goal from the 10 coming up. Anyway, he's buying the PS5, I think, in a week or 2. We're actually making him buy it, which I'm proud of myself for that. Thank you. Pat myself on the back for that. We told, because he knew the PS5 was coming out. We knew he knew he wanted it. So we told him earlier in the year, you need to save up all your birthday and Christmas money or whatever holiday money you get and buy it on your own. So he saved up about $400 already. So Pigskin Pete doesn't have to buy it for him. He can buy it himself. 1st and 10, and Jerkovic is going to throw it out of the back of the end zone. 2nd and 10 coming up. Do I think DJ will be better than Trevor? I don't know about better, but he sure looks like he'll be good. It's way too early to say that. Right? I don't know, man. Trevor's he's got it all, bro. He's got it all. Second and 10, and they're going to pitch it to the running back, and he's going to get hit behind the line of scrimmage, taken down for a loss. Third down coming up. What's up, Jordan Bowman? Yeah, I would have had a hard time saving up $400 when I was 13 years old, too. But this kid really wants it. He's willing to sacrifice, I guess. Third and 12. Jerkovic back to pass. And complete. The way the resale market is going, he'll need more than a 400. Why do you say that? He's not going to buy it from a second hand. I mean, he's going to buy it from like off of whatever, Amazon or GameStop or whoever has it. And he's getting the one. I guess there's one that's 400, one that's 500. Kick is up for the field goal, and it is good. Boston College is going to take the lead 13-10. Yeah, good luck finding one. Well, okay. Okay, see, this is what you guys are giving me information I didn't know. He was telling me that for some, I want to say maybe he's talking about Black Friday. They'll probably be sold out then too, won't they? All right, well, whatever. Here's the bottom line. Whenever it is available for him to buy, hopefully sometime between now and Christmas, I'm sure he's probably in his room right now checking up on the status, right? I mean, he's probably watching it every day, all day. I don't know. He's waiting for it to be available, and he's going to buy it as soon as it is. I don't know how long that'll be. Did you, Lou, did you get one? He was telling me there's one that's 500 and there's one that's 400. And again, I don't know. Okay. I'm going by what he tells me. The one that's 500, you can play, disc games on as well. And the $400 one is just, there's no disc port. It's just all downloaded. Yeah, you did get one. The $400 one. Okay. That's the same one he's going to get. The Xbox Series X, are they sold out too? You want to know how much of a boomer I am? I still play my 360 every once in a while. I've got about 4 or 5 games on the 360 that I play in rotation. The new Xbox looks cool though. This is the first time that the Xbox is actually a box. A rectangular box, but nonetheless, it's actually a box. I just started playing Assassin's Creed Part 4. What is it? Part 4, the pirate one, Black Flag, I think it's called. I just started playing that again a couple of days ago for no reason at all. On the 360. 360 is one of the best consoles of all time, and it had a ton of great games on it too. Of course, you couldn't play the 360 games on the one, which pissed me off. I'm pretty sure the new Xbox you can play all the old games on it, or at least you can play the Xbox One games on Xbox One games on it. I don't know about the 360 games. Probably not. All right. Let me change the score in the quarter here before I forget. So it looks like they tried to do a fake and onside kick there. And what happened? Did Boston College get the ball back? Yeah, I hit big on that Miami game. I ended up betting that game twice, Lou. I bet it on shit, I can't remember. It was the first time I did. I did it yesterday or the day before. And then I went ahead today and put another 100 on it because I felt so confident about it. We almost lost that bet though. I ended up winning about $140 on them, I think, total. What do I think so far with the game? I think the game's good so far. And not really surprised about it, quite honestly. I think Boston College is better than people think they are. Everybody hates Clemson because they're good. I always tell people, for the Notre Dame fans, for instance, everybody seems to hate Notre Dame too, right? Now, would you rather be hated for winning or never winning the big game? That's the question. And I think the answer to that is everybody would rather be hated for winning than losing or blowing the big game. You can play any Xbox game ever on the new one. Is that true? Is that true? I might have to get the Xbox because I've got a bunch of 360 games. And from what I hear, the Xbox Series X or whatever it's called, it's just a major upgrade. It's like a graphics card. It's just better resolution. That's cool. Shit, I might have to wait. I'm old. I'm behind the times. I'm not going to pay full price for the Xbox this year. I'll wait till next summer or next Christmas or something, like when it's a year old and it's like half the price it is now. I'll buy it then. I'm not a gamer anyway, so I'm not like, it's not that important to me. I've always been more of an Xbox person myself. But again, I'm not a gamer, so it's not like it's that important to me. The real biggest difference that I tend to like the controllers for the Xbox better than the PlayStation controllers. For whatever reason. Maybe it's just the way that my hands are. I know that sounds stupid, but it's true. What do I think of I told you Rondell Moore was. You told me that somebody told you he was playing. I told you he wasn't playing. He's missing, man. Where's Waldo? Where's Rondell Moore? Yeah, well, Luke Walker. I'm sure by this time next year, some crackhead will be selling his Xbox on Craigslist for $100 because he needs a fix, and I'll be the guy that scoops it up for $100. I already bet Purdue as well. You're helping a crackhead get more crack? No, I mean, I'm helping myself get a new Xbox. What he does with the money is up. I mean, that's up to the crackhead. That's not my problem. All right. Second down coming up for the Irish. Just a little over 12 minutes left here in the first half. 2nd and 4. Boston College leads 13-10. From their own 30. Book is going to keep it and runs up the middle, untouched, all the way up to midfield. This is exactly what he did to Clemson. That quarterback draw. Let me see here. Oh, this is a design run. I guess it was an RPO and he kept it, but I don't think he ever had any intention of handing that ball off, honestly. All right, so from the 50, 1st and 10, Book, he's got nowhere to go with the ball. He just throws it away. You're a good bit ahead of us on this game? Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just behind. I mean, YouTube's behind because there's a delay on YouTube. But anyway, 2nd and 10. Book, he breaks the tackle, somehow doesn't go down. They grab him by his jersey, and then he throws it away. Avoids the sack, though. That was a wild... he had Book by the jersey and was trying to drag him to the ground by his jersey, but he couldn't. Man, the refs, yeah. The loser of the games, big games like that, always blame the refs. That's nothing new. 3rd and 10. Complete over the middle. Big play inside the 20, inside the 10, all the way down to about the 2. It's going to be 1st and goal, Irish, from the 2. Big play there. YouTube TV is always behind, like basic, the regular cable stations for whatever reason. I'm on something called Home Telecom, which I'm not even sure if that's a national thing or if it's I don't even know what it is, but it sucks. 1st and goal, touchdown Irish. Well, that's a different way to look at it. Vandy Dandy says, I hope Notre Dame loses to make Clemson's loss look worse. Yeah, it doesn't matter, though. Man, that's a good question, Matt. Hold on. See if the extra point's good here. Extra point is good. I don't know, man. I think I'm equally as surprised, I guess. It's probably like, it's not an exciting answer, but it's true. I mean, I guess I'm actually probably more surprised about Penn State. Because sometimes even mediocre teams you can start the season out strong, 3 wins, 4 wins, and then they come back down to earth. Although I think Indiana's actually a pretty good team. But Penn State going 0-4, especially if you look at the teams on their schedule who they've lost to, yeah, that's got to be more surprising. I mean, they were like, a lot of people had them in their top 10 preseason, and now they don't even look like a top 50 team. I mean, I would probably say no, they don't have a chance to beat Ohio State, but judging from what I've seen in 2020, anything is possible. Yeah, Indiana 8-4. That's not bad. Right. That's a decent. That's a really good season for them, and that's above average season for just about all of the FBS teams, right? I mean, how many teams win more than 8 games a year? Not half of them. Yeah, I know a couple people that use the YouTube TV. I've thought about it. It definitely would be cheaper than what I'm paying now, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, what happens with Notre Dame means nothing to Clemson at this point. It's just, I mean, it's completely irrelevant. It's just Clemson needs to win out. That's all there is to it. And Notre Dame can win out, lose a game, lose 2 games. It doesn't matter. Clemson, the definition of controlling their own destiny at this point, they've got to win out. If they win out, they're in. If they don't, they're not. It's pretty much that simple. It's cut and dry. No speculation needed. None of that. Rutgers was leading. I didn't see the end score of that game. So I know they were leading for a good part of the game. I don't know how it ended up, though. Thank you all of you who are joining today, watching the game with me. Obviously, a lot more laid back than it was last week when I was doing the Irish game. But if you are new here, which looks like most of you that are commenting are not new here, but if you are new here, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. I do these live streams and college football videos year-round. There is no off-season for Pigskin Pete. This is obviously very different from what I normally do for my shows. This is more of a watch party, hanging out, talking shit, watching the game together type thing, which is something different than I do compared to my other shows that I do. All right, so with the score being 17-13, Notre Dame over Boston College. Let me change the score. Boston College has the ball back. Kevin, yes. I don't know about destroy. Here's the thing. Who's going to be Georgia's quarterback next year? We don't know. We know who Clemson's is going to be. It's going to be DJ that first week. I'm going to try to go to that game, and I'm going to also try to get, hold on, 2nd and 11. I'm going to try to get Uncle Lou to go to that game as well. I'll talk to him about that maybe at the Slob Olympics. But it's in Charlotte, so it's a neutral field. I don't know how far Charlotte is from Augusta, where he lives, but it's only about 3 hours from here. 3.5 hours, maybe. But Clemson will be favored in that game for good reason. All right, 3rd and 11 up. Jerkovic throws and overthrows a wide open receiver. Yeah, that would have been a first down if it was a good throw. It was a bad throw. Dreadhead TV, if Notre Dame loses, does it mean anything? Not really, no. I mean, if you're talking about like as far as the ACC is concerned, it doesn't really mean anything. And this is going to be an interference against Boston College. What are you doing? It was a fair catch, and they hit him and threw him to the ground. There's something rotten to my left. Throw it out. Like this? Is what you're talking about? Yeah. Anyway. Who was that against? That was against Boston College, I think. North Carolina. No, you wouldn't. North Carolina's got 2 losses. Oh, I see what you're saying, because you play Notre Dame. So you're saying, I got what you're saying. So if you're a North Carolina or a Miami fan, you want Notre Dame to lose. There's no doubt about that. All right, 1st and 10, and Book is going to keep it, pick up about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Thank you, Colby. Coulter, what's up, man? Second and 5, and they're going to run it up the middle and get the first down and more. First down, Irish. Oh, Dustin Johnson is slaying it. He's my favorite player anyway, because he's from South Carolina. Where's the real question? What's Lucas Glover doing, and what's Bubba Watson doing? I have a bet with our boy Lou. A Clemson boy versus a Georgia boy in the Masters. That's sad, Coultergask. That is sad, my friend. 1st and 10. They're going to hand the ball off. He runs around to the left, and he's going to pick up about 3 on the run. 7.5 minutes left in the first half. Yes. Yes, I already know that, buddy. This game doesn't affect Clemson in the slightest. It does affect the rest of the ACC, though. That's a good point. Miami, North Carolina in particular. And Miami's sitting there with 1 loss. Like, what do we got to do here? You know? ETN or Najee Harris? Well, I'm biased, man. I'm a Clemson guy. Of course I'm going to say ETN. I mean, they're both world-class players. Second and 7. Book. Throws it complete to his right, and let's see where they mark him. They're going to give him the first down, I think. That was huge. So it's going to be first and goal now from about the 8. Clock is still running. Inside of 7 minutes in the second quarter. I don't know. Maybe I might do Bedlam next week. We'll see what else is on, what time they're on. A lot of these games that I choose to do for these, hangout reaction videos it's really more about when I can do it, like what time of day I can do it. So we'll see what time it's on and what other games are on and all of that. Figure it out. Yeah, now North Carolina's defense is awful. Bedlam's on 7:30 on ABC. Okay. Again, I probably won't make that decision until the end of next week, like Friday or something. We'll see. Right, Miami's not terrible. They're just not top 4. That's exactly what I said. I think they're a legit top 10 team, maybe. Definitely top 15. Other than that, they're not wowing anybody. First and goal, and it's going to be incomplete after a lot of running around by both teams on that. Second and goal coming up. I've had people tell me I should do all the Clemson games before. I don't really enjoy doing Clemson games, honestly. Like last week I did Clemson and Notre Dame, which was fine. But I don't know. I mean, like Clemson versus Wake Forest, I don't really feel a need to go on YouTube for that. Second and goal. Touchdown Notre Dame. Let's see here. And that was all Ian Book on that play there. You owe Uncle Lou Bubba -2. Lucas missed the cut. Damn it. Of course he missed the cut. Damn it. No, not scared of Wake Forest. It's boring. Hell, the game I did stream was the one that I was most worried about. Clemson losing, and they did. All right, so that's going to put the Irish up 24-13. So the lead is 11, and the spread was 13, I think. How am I doing on Beat Pete this week? That's an excellent question, Wilkie. Let me look. Notes here. All right, so Pete, my pen. Who am I playing against here? I'm playing against you, Wilkie. All right, so Pete, so far, I had Miami at +2. That's a win. Have Arkansas at plus 17.5. That's tonight. I had TCU and West Virginia over 45. That was not over 45. I lost that. They only scored like 30 points in that game or something. Purdue at plus 2.5. Is Purdue on right now or are they playing tonight? That's a good question. I don't know. And then Oregon at minus 10. So that one hasn't been played yet either. So right now I'm 1-1 in my 5. And Wilkie, you also have Arkansas. You also had Miami. So those are the two that we had that are the same. You had Cincinnati at minus 27.5, and they covered, right? I think they did. Minnesota at plus 3.5. What was that score? Hold on. I'm going to have to go to my college football app here. And look. Cincinnati 55-17, so they covered. What's the other one I said? Oh, Minnesota. Have they played yet? 35-7. So that's a loss for you. You have Mississippi at minus 11.5. So it's going to come down to that. Well, I still have Purdue and Oregon, so I could still beat you. Even if you win Mississippi, I could still beat you. We'll see. So there you have it. All right, so 5 minutes and 43 seconds left here. Let's see if Boston College can close the gap here. It's now an 11-point lead by the Irish. And if I remember correctly, I want to say that Boston College gets the ball to start the second half. So if they could finish this drive off and this half off with some points and then get the ball back, that would be helpful for them. Yeah, Minnesota and Penn State are both disappointing. You're right. 1st and 10, Jerkovic complete for a first down and more. "2019 LSU is super overrated." What? I don't know, man. Jerkovic, play action pass, throws it deep, and it's a catch at the 21-yard line. The only problem that they're having here is they're doing this too quickly. Hell, they might be able to get the ball back again in the way that if they score quickly. And look, that was a hell of a catch, but that could have just as easily been intercepted. I'm surprised it wasn't at least batted down. But the hell of a catch there. And Jerkovic is going to hand the ball off, and he's going to go up the middle, pick up about 8. Yeah, Jerkovic extra motivated to play his former team. I mean, that definitely has something to do with it here. It's one of the things that makes this game so interesting. Plus the history from whatever it was, 27 years ago when Notre Dame beat Florida State, #1 team in the country, and then they go into Boston College and lose the next weekend. So it's a lot of similarities. You just add Jerkovic on top of that. 2nd and 3. They're going to hand the ball off and get nowhere. 3rd and 5 coming up. Yeah, I don't know if overrated is the right word. I mean, they were dominant. There's no way to ever just to solve the. You can't compare eras, different teams from different times to say who's the best team ever. I mean, the 2008 Clemson team, 18 Clemson team, when they beat Alabama 44-16, that was an amazing all-time team. Ball was batted down at the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 5, almost intercepted. But I think that those which team from which year is better than the team from the other year arguments are impossible to win, no matter which side you're on. All right, so they're going to have to settle for a 35-yard field goal attempt here. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. Right down the middle. 24-16. A little bit over 3 minutes left in the first half here. So Notre Dame will have a chance to widen their lead, to have enough time on the clock to at least get a field goal, maybe even a touchdown. Yeah, Ryan, that's not going to work, and especially starting in the second half, they can't do that anymore. Trading touchdowns for field goals is not going to work in this game. I'm still not used to seeing the empty stands. It just looks so weird. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. Nobody would score against the 1922 Vanderbilt team. South Bend but don't break. That's a good one. Yeah. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 30. Can Notre Dame put some more points up before the half? We'll see. Complete over the middle, and he fumbled it. He fumbled it, and Boston College gets the ball back. Boston College gets the ball back. Another fumble by Notre Dame. This is huge. This could end up being very huge at the end of the game here. First play from scrimmage on this drive. And it looked like it was going to be a first down on the, or close to a first down. Ball just gets punched out from behind. Good defensive play there. There. Whoever it was that asked me to fix the score, it's fixed now. 1st and 10, Boston College. Jerkovic goes deep. And it's defended good. Batted down. 2nd and 10 coming up. No, they don't go away. So from their own 42, 42, it looks like. I'm sorry, from Notre Dame's 42, not their own 42. And you got a Notre Dame player. Looks like he's shaking up on the sideline. That looks like might have been the defensive back. For a 2nd and 10, Jerkovich, he's going to keep it and run up the middle, and he picks up about 7. 3rd and 2 coming up here. Maybe 3rd and 3. We'll see where they spot it. 3rd and 3. Clock is running. Boston College has all 3 of its timeouts. Notre Dame has 2 of its timeouts. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half. 3rd and 3 coming up. This is huge. They're on the. Oh shit! Bad snap. Fumble snap. Notre Dame. Flag on play. I mean, so the quarterback wasn't even ready for the snap. The center just snaps it. Jerkovich isn't even looking. He's looking over to the left side of the field or something. I don't know what the flag is for. Here we go. All right, so basically, illegal shift against Boston College. Notre Dame declines it. Notre Dame football. Man, Boston College just shot themselves in the foot on that one. What's up, Michael? Yeah, the fumble, though, it didn't. I mean, he might have got hurt on that play, but it looked as if the ball just got punched out from behind. Vandy Dandy, I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe. Most of the time, no. The turnover war? Yeah, no kidding. What is that, the 4th turnover of the game? I think it is the 4th turnover. Been 2 by each team, I think. 2nd and 5 coming up here. If you're Boston College, you may as well start using some timeouts here and try to get the ball back. And bad tackling going on. Anyway, it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Clock continues to run. 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1 minute and 32, and somebody calls a timeout. Onside kick didn't count. Yeah, I wasn't counting that one. Then there's been at least 3. Skalski will not be back. I don't think Skalski's going to be back for Florida State. Yeah, I don't think Skalski's going to be back. Jones might be, they said. They haven't really said much. They said that Jones and Davis, I believe, are still like a game time decision or whatever. I don't think they'll play Skalski until they need to, especially with the surgery. 3rd and 2. And I don't think they're going to need him against Florida State. That's what I'm getting at. 4th down coming up. The clock continues to run. They're going to go for it on 4th down, or at least try to get him to come off sides. Boston College calls a timeout. They still have 2 left, so they have over a minute. It's 4th and 1. Notre Dame is showing that they're going for it, which they might be. I have a feeling they're trying to get them to come off sides or something, but we'll see what they do. They talked about moving it back a week or two. In other words, further away. I don't know how much of that is true, Roberto. I think you have a serious problem with NFL games if you do that. So I don't think it's going to happen. Fourth and 1. And they're going to get the first down with the reverse there. Let's see here. Will Ian Book be in the NFL? I seriously doubt if he ever started in the NFL. He might be a backup or something. I just don't think he's an NFL guy. He's a hell of a college player, though. 1st and 10. And Book is going to keep it and pick up a couple. What's up, Frog? Brandon? Why does it seem like every game that I stream ends up being a 4-hour game? I don't think we've had one under 4 hours all season that I've streamed. It seems like there's a million reviews. Well, hell, that Clemson and Notre Dame game last week, that was... I don't think I've ever seen that many reviews in one game, ever. They reviewed every play. All right, 2nd and 7 coming up here. Book scrambles, runs up the middle, and he doesn't quite get to the first down marker. It's going to be 3rd and short. Clock is running. Notre Dame is out of timeouts. Boston College still has 2. 3rd down coming up from the 28, 27 and a half. Book complete on the outside, gets down to the 22. 1st and 10. Now they're... Well, they're comfortably within field goal range now. The question is, they still have enough time on the clock for at least 2 more plays if they're looking at getting a touchdown here. Going to have to stay toward the out-of-bounds marker or throw it in the end zone because you can't afford to fall, with no timeouts, you can't fall down in the middle of the field here. Book is going to keep it and run up the middle, and he gets all the way down to the 6th. The clock is running. They're going to set the ball, and he's going to spike it. And there's some pushing and shoving going on there at the line of scrimmage. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, 2nd and goal coming up from the 6. 10 seconds left. Still plenty of time. You can take a shot here. Again, same as last time. You're going to have to either get out of bounds or take a shot in the end zone. You can't afford to hand the ball off or take a sack and not get in the end zone because you're just going to run out of time. What's up, Pinecone? Hurricane T2Y's in the house. What's up, brother? I won a bunch of money on Miami today. Just thank you. And thank them for me. Touchdown, Irish. So the turnover on the bad snap for Boston College ended up disastrous at the end of the half here. It's one thing to turn the ball over. It's another thing to give up a touchdown off of the turnover. Hard to come back from that. Hard to do that and win. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. 31. Irish 16. Eagles. Game probably is over. I'm gonna stay on. I'm gonna stay on to see what happens here in the second half. What's up, Brad Pitt? As far as I know, that's the only bet that any of the people that he's allowed to bet on his account have actually won. So good job. All right, that's the end of the first half, guys. 31-16, Notre Dame leads over the Boston College Eagles. I will be back in the third quarter. I'm not going anywhere. I'm about to take a 10-minute break or so. So feel free to peruse the comment section, talks amongst yourselves. And I'm not going anywhere, so you shouldn't either. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, though. Stay tuned. Let's check out some of these other games, see what's going on here. Southern Cal and Arizona. I think that one's close. What is it, like 17-12 or something like that? I was just looking at the scores a minute ago. Already forgot. What's up, Travis Etienne? I think the only way that Boston College has a chance to stay in this game, they need to come out in the second half on fire and score. I need to score on their first drive. They're down by, what is it, 16-31, down by 15 at the half. The spread was 13. What's up, Wizard Gaming, if you're still in here? Roberto, I don't know why your comment got deleted. It says it was retracted, not deleted. If it's deleted, it'll usually tell me who did it. I don't see that on there. What's up, Mountaineer Mike? What's the best matchup with these four teams? Cincy, Liberty, BYU, and Marshall. I'd like to see Cincinnati play, well, I'd like to see Cincinnati play Liberty. I'd also like to see Cincinnati play BYU. We were having this discussion earlier in the stream. I think that Cincinnati would wipe the floor with BYU. I really do. I think Cincinnati's a legit team. There's several teams in the top 15 that are Power 5 teams that they could beat, I think. I don't think they could beat any of the top, 4 teams. I don't think they're beating Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, Notre Dame. But I think they could compete with some of the other ones. What's up, KW? We'll get to see next week what Indiana's got. I mean, they're playing against Ohio State next week. That'll be an interesting one. That'll be an interesting one. Of course, I think Ohio State's better and is going to win. But can Indiana keep it interesting? We'll see. They might be able to. Be interested to see what the betting line is on that, because Ohio State's going to be favored by 2 touchdowns no matter who they're playing in the Big Ten, but yeah, I don't have anything to base that on. No Maker's Mark. This is rum. Captain Morgan's. I don't have any bourbon or whiskey right now, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, I don't think so either, Jetski. I mean, what are we calling a real team here? Like, would Cincinnati have a chance against Miami? I think they would. Right? Miami's a top 10 team if you look at the polls. I mean, you can agree with whether or not they should be there or not. That's a different story. Yeah, well, I'm with you. A contender, yeah. So, yeah, again, like I said, like, there's no way Cincinnati's beating Clemson, Notre Dame, Alabama, Ohio State. No. Probably not beating Florida. So. Do I like the Charlotte Hornets? I don't really have a favorite NBA team. Or at least I haven't in a long, long time. When I was a kid, I was actually an Atlanta Hawks fan. And I was a huge fan of Dominique Wilkins, if you guys remember him from back in the day. But don't really have a favorite NBA team. I really just don't care. So Cincinnati and Marshall would probably be a good game. I think Cincinnati would beat Marshall. I mean, look, Cincinnati, they're playing good teams in their own conference, and they're blowing them out. They're blowing everybody out. I don't think Marshall would be much of an exception. I think that Cincinnati probably win that by 2 or 3 touchdowns. You know, they might have the best defensive backfield in the entire country, which is pretty remarkable if you think about it. They've got like at least 2, maybe 3 shutdown corners that could play for just about any Power 5 team in the country, really. I can't wait for that game. Tonight, Arkansas and Florida. A lot of similarities to this one, right? You have a team in Florida that has playoff hope still, sitting there with 1 loss, highly ranked, and they're playing against a team that clearly is not as good as them, but can give them trouble, and also the quarterback thing. So in this game, we have Jerkovich, who used to play for Notre Dame, playing against his old team. And then, we'll see Felipe Franks for Arkansas playing against his former team. Ohio State. Who said Ohio State was overrated? I certainly didn't say that. That's a good question, Maddie. I would have said South Carolina, but it's been brought to my attention that Luke Fickell he's been kind of choosy about where he'll go in the Power 5. So he turned down the Michigan State job last season, they said. Now, the question then becomes, do you consider South Carolina to be a better job than Michigan State? I'd say if you look at the overall health of the program, they're about equal. But the only reason I would say South Carolina would be a more appealing job than Michigan State would be recruiting. I mean, look at where South Carolina is located. They're right in the heart of the recruiting bed in the Deep South. Can recruit from Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Florida, Alabama. So I actually do think that South Carolina is a better job right now than Michigan State is. But I don't know if we'll end up there. We don't know. We won't know probably until the playoffs. Well, we might get a pretty decent idea next week. Indiana's a solid team. If they go out there and blow Indiana out and win by 30 points, I think that answers the question whether or not they're overrated. I don't think they're overrated anyway. I think they're a great team, but really no way to prove it right now. Yeah. Well, yeah, Michigan State has bigger problems than just athletics. I mean, they have you guys know what's going on with them. The whole athletic department, it's not just the football team. They've got problems. And you add coronavirus on top of that, which Michigan State's in a bad way right now. All right. So to start the third quarter, Boston College gets the ball, calls for a fair catch. We'll see what they got. I think they need to score here on this first drive. I really believe that in order to stay in this game. If they don't score here and Notre Dame goes up by 3 scores, I think that's all she wrote. So a big possession here. Jerkovich is pressured, and he's going to go down for a sack. 2-yard loss on the play. Not a good way to start the half with a sack if you're a Boston College there. Hey, you don't have to bite your tongue, man. Say what you feel. If it hurts somebody's feelings, that's their problem, not yours. 2nd and 11. Jerkovich throws it complete over the middle all the way up to the 40. First down, Eagles. Good pass there. Complete to the tight end. That's a big boy there. Last name Lung. You ever seen somebody with the last name Lung before? I haven't. I have now. Is it Lung or Long? Maybe I read that wrong. I thought it said Lung. All right. 1st and 10 from the 41. Empty backfield. Complete over the middle, and he dropped it. They're going to say he was incomplete. I was pretty damn close. That was the same guy. It was Lung again. Lung, you almost screwed up, buddy. I guess that's incomplete. It looked like he might have caught it, though, and then dropped it. It's definitely Long. Okay, well, then maybe his jersey was, like, folded. I don't know. It looked like Lung to me. I'm going to call him Lung for the hell of it. Why not? 2nd and 10. Jerkovich, incomplete, and the receiver fell, like, weird on his arm or something. It looks like he's clutching at his shoulder. That's not good. He'll be coming out of the game for sure. He might have dislocated his shoulder. He landed on his shoulder. And he looks like he's in obvious pain. And his arm is sort of just dangling there like it's dislocated. Anybody ever dislocated their shoulder before? I've never dislocated my shoulder. I have dislocated a finger and a toe. I think the toe is probably worse feeling, but it's not a good feeling. Until it gets popped back into place. It's extremely painful. 3rd and 10. Over the middle, complete for a big gain. All the way down to the 30. And now this receiver is hurt. He's grabbing at his knee. Lewis, number 11. So back-to-back plays where the receiver hurts himself on the play. Oh, dislocated your knee. I know that hurt. That sounds extremely painful. All right, so good drive going here by the Eagles all the way down to the 31 of Notre Dame, 1st and 10. And that was a hell of a run. He hands the ball off to the running back. He then uses Jerkovich as the lead blocker, and he picks up about 10 or 9 on the play. 2nd and 1 coming up. Yeah, BC's receivers are getting hurt, but they're hurting themselves. I mean, it's like because of the way that they're falling. It's not because of the contact with the other team. It's the contact with the ground that's hurting them. 2nd and 1. First down on the run up the middle between the tackles. Red zone. 1st and 10. Inside the 20. Phil, fullback, Jerkovich, and he does kind of play like a fullback. BC's quarterback must have a Russian family. What? About his name? 1st and 10, and they're going to pick up a few yards there on a running play. 2nd down coming up. That is a good question. Ever since that North Carolina game, Boston College has been scoring a lot of points. All right, 2nd and 7 coming up. From the 14, Jerkovic's over in the middle, almost intercepted. Anyway, incomplete. 3rd and 7 coming up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jerkovic is not a Russian name. Eastern European, yes. Don't know where from. The Disney movie. Polish. It does sound Polish. 3rd and 7. Jerkovic over the middle, complete. And will they give him forward progress? Where will they mark him down? I think he's going to be just short of the 1st down marker here. It looks like they're going to mark him about a yard short. It is a little over a yard. Actually, that's not a very nice, favorable spot there. Nonetheless, 4th down, what do you do? You can't continue to kick field goals and win this game, so I think they're going to go for it. I would too. I think this is a good call here, going for it. Check. Boston College is going to burn a timeout here, their 1st of the half. I don't know if they're going to rethink this or if they're just trying to figure out what they're going to do here. Either way, I hope they need to go for it. That's all I know. I mean, you got to. Oh, sure. Yeah, there's a lot of people in Eastern Europe that are Catholic. I mean, that's all of those countries have a mixture of religions going on. Russian, as in Russian to football. I got you. Has anybody, I don't know how many of you guys are of age in here. Has anybody ever had this beer? See if I can put it in the camera here. It's made by Terrapin, which is a beer company in Athens, Georgia, actually. This is one of my favorites. Here, it's good. You're not going to see a Heisman winner on a 2-loss ACC team, Luke. That's why. I mean, it's supposed to go to the most outstanding player, but you can't be an ACC team with multiple losses and be a Heisman candidate. That's just the way it goes. I don't make the rules. Somebody else does. That's just the way it is. It's not even the Terrapin. I mean, I like some Terrapin beers. It's this particular one that I like, though, more than any other ones. Wilkie says, can't drink in my household, Pete. The roommate can't handle herself. Uh-oh. Sounds like a story there. That's actually a fair point. How many losses did Louisville have? Maybe they might have had 2. You're right. You're right about that. I think that might be the exception to the rule, though, Asher, because he was just so. I mean, he was like a video game character, right? I think that might be the difference. And frankly, and I'm going to say this, but I know it's not a popular opinion. I think Deshaun Watson should have won it that year anyway. But again, Lamar Jackson was just like a video game. All right. What did I miss? They stopped him on fourth down, didn't they? They did. That's game. All right, so they're going to call it after the play an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Notre Dame. Now they're still going to get the ball, and then just get penalized half the distance of the goal to start the drive here. Luke Fickell's the next Urban Meyer. This is this is like a slow, painful death for the Eagles. They need They need something to happen here, and they need a turnover or something just to change the momentum here. Instead, Notre Dame comes out on first down and runs it up the middle for 10 yards. First and 10, and they're going to run it around to the left side. And Boston College says it has the ball. Did he fumble it? They're saying it's a turnover. I haven't seen anything on the field. All the BC players are saying they got the ball. What are they calling us down? They're still saying they had the ball, but the refs haven't said anything. What is going on? I can't tell. Anyway, they called him down. 2nd and 6. And a big monster run play by Notre Dame. Breaks about 4 tackles to get the first down and more. Was carrying players on his back. Yeah. First and 10. Book goes deep down the right side, and it's complete. And then he drops it. Fumble. Recovered by Boston College. This game is wild, man. This game is wild. That was about to be... He might have been gone if he broke that one tackle. There was nobody else behind him. That was probably 6 points if he didn't fumble it. Definitely a fumble, though. He tucked the ball and ran. Favorite sports video game? God, you want to go back to the 90s or what? The early 90s? What was the name of that thing? I think it was on Sega Genesis, and it was called Cyberball or Cyber Bowl. It was robots that played football. Do you guys remember this? Anybody old enough to remember that? Not Techno Bowl, no. It was they were robots. They were actual robots. They weren't like supposed to be people. GoldenEye and Nintendo 64 is a good one too. That's not a sports game though. It was called like Cyber Bowl or Cyber Ball or something. I can't remember. It's been so long. But I played that game for hours. I think it was Cyber Ball. I think that's what it was called. Can't remember. Of course, I like Madden too. That's fun, but also the first what game system was this on? This might have been this might have also been a Sega game. It was like PGA Tour Golf, like 1995 or some shit. It was before Tiger Woods was even a thing. Somebody needs to go get Hugh Freeze. Somebody will get Hugh Freeze. I don't think he's going to get a top tier job though, and I seriously doubt if anybody in the SEC hired him. So where do you go at that point? It would be a lower level Power 5 team. Like, let's try to think of some that would even entertain hiring him. Not because of football, because of the other problems, right? Eliminate the SEC. Who would hire him in the ACC? I can't think of a team in the ACC that would hire him. Honestly. Not even Florida State. Because they got their own problems. They don't need his problems. Maybe a Big 12 team. You know what? Hugh Freeze would fit well in the Big 12. Somebody said Michigan. Damn. How about this one? Now, this is an SEC team, so it probably won't happen. But how about Auburn? Imagine Hugh Freeze at Auburn. That would be entertaining anyway. But again, I don't think that would happen either. Maybe a Big 12 team like a Texas Tech or I don't know, Kansas. How about get rid of Les Miles and hire Hugh Freeze? How about Kansas? Yeah, get rid of Les Miles. That would actually, that's probably his best. That's probably his best chance of getting a Power 5 job is at Kansas. He might be more likely to move up in the group of 5 ranks. Oh my God, interception on the first. That he fumbled. Interception that he fumbled. What is going on here? This is wild, folks. This is a crazy game. So Boston College catches the break of all breaks. And then on the play action pass, he throws it right to the linebacker. I mean, he threw it right to him like he was the intended receiver. The linebacker didn't even have to move. He stood there and caught the ball. So bad read. And then he fumbles it. And he picks up his own fumble. This is wild. All right, 1st and 10 now, Notre Dame. Three different possessions on 3 different plays. The last 2 plays before that one were turnovers. Yeah, Les Miles he's in his 3rd season at Kansas, I think. He's been there for a minute now. Yeah, he's been there for 2 seasons. This is the 3rd. I think the reason people talk about switching Auburn's coaching is because they're just not consistent. Second and 8, and Notre Dame runs it up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, a first down and more. Their running game has just been great in this game so far. First and 10 from the 28. Yeah, well, that is true, Vandy. First and 10, Book finds a receiver open on the left-hand side. He breaks a couple of tackles, fights his way all the way down to the 1. First and goal from the 1 coming up. Golden Domers. This game is about to get out of hand. And Notre Dame's going to run the ball up the middle and for a touchdown. Touchdown Irish. Sibo Flimster. Say that 3 times fast. Fumbling, rumbling, stumbling. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. They are starting to pour it on here. 38-16, Domers. The Leprechauns are out here doing what they're supposed to be doing. Ryan says that's plus 250, 40 points or more for either team. Prop bet is looking better and better. No, they got the extra point. Kittle or Kelsey? Kelsey. Is that a serious question? He's the best tight end in football. I mean, so nobody's better than Kelsey right now. I don't even know if it's close. Kittle, I like blocking. Yeah, Kelsey's better. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. And Kittle and there's a couple other guys maybe on the second tier below him. What was the prop bet? Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that, buddy. Kelsey can't do anything better than Kittle. I mean, Kelsey is based. You remember the Rob Gronkowski from 10 years ago? That's what Kelsey is. Gronk was just unstoppable. He was a mismatch for anybody, size, speed, ball skills. And there's one thing that Kelsey can do better than Kittle. He's a better receiver. And I'm not talking about, I'm not saying Kittle's not a good receiver, but Kelsey is just he's a wide receiver and a tight end's body. So we can argue about it all day, but the numbers speak for themselves too. I mean, Kelsey's a better player. Sorry. And a good return by Boston College. Flag on the play is probably going to come back. Yeah, I can agree with that, Maddie. We should have known this was going to be a blowout just because I'm streaming it. Because now I've streamed probably, 6 or 7 games this season. All but one of them have been a blowout. The only one that wasn't a blowout was last week with the Irish and Clemson. All right, Boston College from the 20. 6.5 minutes left here in the third. And Jerkovic throws it up, overthrows it. It's almost intercepted. Anyway, incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Second down coming up. Jerkovic pressured. Breaks a tackle. Finally taken down at the line of scrimmage for a sack. Notre Dame is just dominating the line of scrimmage right now. This game's starting to get ugly. I jinx everything I stream. Yeah. That is true. I did stream that Michigan win, didn't I? You're right. Yeah, NC State, Miami. I'm sorry. That's right. That was a good one. You're right. That was last Friday, right? 3rd and 10. Flag on the play, threw an interception, but they called the play dead. I don't know what the hell's going on. Boston College is falling apart right now. This is just a massacre at this point. Well, that's actually against the Irish. Automatic first down, personal foul, face mask. Clemson versus Georgia Tech game. What about it? I didn't stream that one, but that was a blowout. 73-7, wasn't it? 1st to 10 from the 35 now. New life. for the Eagles. They hand the ball off, and they're going to run up the middle, break several tackles. Good run there. He picks up about 8. 2nd and 2 coming up. Oh, yeah. Clemson versus Georgia Tech was the game of the year. Right. Right. Thank you, Ryan. 2nd and 3. Jerkovic rolls around to his right, and he's going to get a first down and more all the way down to the 45. Great play there to the tight end. Lung. Lung with the catch. Man, is Lung the best receiver on that team? He might be. Maybe. The Dolphins might be able to, yeah. 1st and 10 from the 45. Jerkovic hands the ball off. Big run up the middle for another first down. This is starting to be, I don't know what's going on. Defensive lines are tired, but both of these teams are pretty much running the ball at will at this point. Which obviously favors Notre Dame at this point. They've got a huge lead here. 3-score lead. Late in the 3rd quarter here. So from the 35, Jerkovic throws the ball into the ground. Incomplete. Three and a half minutes left in the 3rd. Play action pass. Jerkovic over the middle, complete for a first down. Wow. First down, they're going to run it up the middle and pick up about 3. I like what Boston College is doing here. The issue is time is going to become a problem. First of all, defensively, you can't seem to stop Notre Dame's running game at all. So that's going to take time off the clock in the 4th quarter. You're down 3 scores. I realize there's still an entire quarter left. A lot can happen, blah, blah, blah. There's got to be a little bit more of a sense of urgency unless you're just going to hope that it comes down to the final play in the 4th quarter and get lucky or something. But another bad snap. It pops up in the air. Jerkovic gets it back, runs it for a first down. There's a clear issue here with these snaps. This is like the 3rd or 4th botched snap for Boston College tonight. At least the 3rd. Now, he made lemonade out of that lemon and got the first down, but that could have been disastrous. That could have been really bad. First and 10 now from the 12. And he's going to hand the ball off, and Jerkovic turns into the lead blocker again. That's the weirdest... Anyway, picks up about 7. This has been a great drive by the Eagles, especially running the ball. Yeah, they need a turnover, you're right. 2nd and 4 coming up from the 6. yard line. They hand the ball off again, and he's going to run it all the way down right at the first down marker. We'll see where they mark it. I think he's going to be like inches short of the first down. Most likely 3rd and inches coming up here. Let's see where they put it. I don't know. He might have got it. They're saying 3rd and 1. Okay. Really 3rd and inches. And touchdown, Boston College. Now, all that really does is get me to continue watching this game and streaming this game because I was about to turn it off. So now they're within 2 scores again. So the entire fourth quarter. It's at least interesting for now. So I'll be staying put right here with you folks. Oregon versus Cincinnati Rose Bowl. That's actually a possibility. Yeah. Definitely a possibility. I'm thinking here. Well, there's several possibilities. If Notre Dame was to get on the, for some reason, first of all, I think at this point, Notre Dame has a very solid shot at the playoffs, obviously. They went out. But they would, if they didn't make the playoffs, they would get the first Rose Bowl bid, I think. Notre Dame versus whoever, Oregon or somebody like that. Yeah, Big Ten and Pac-12, or sometimes Notre Dame. So it's not always Big Ten and Pac-12. Most of the time it is. Same with the Orange Bowl. Orange Bowl is usually ACC and Big Ten, but there's been years when it wasn't. Every year is different. Almost always an ACC team. It's just sometimes not a Big Ten team. They've had they've had SEC teams in there before. All right, so let's see how can, let me change the score real quick. How can Notre Dame answer? That was a great drive by Boston College. Notre Dame's going to pitch it, run around the left-hand side, and get a first down. And this is going to be the end of the third quarter. Beginning of the fourth quarter, Irish lead the Eagles 38-23. BYU versus Miami in a bowl game? Well, that would be something, wouldn't it? That would be something. Why won't Georgia play JT Daniels? I mean, I don't think anybody knows the answer to that question because they haven't told us why. I would expect to see him next week, though. I would think. At some point. I don't know who to start or what, or just play. Well, hell, I don't know. Sad thing about the season for me as a Notre Dame fan, the season probably gets canceled by the time the championship game gets here due to coronavirus BS. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, man. A lot of people are getting paranoid about the season being canceled. They've come this far. It's been difficult on everybody. The season's more than halfway over. Or halfway over, depending on how you look at it, which conference you are. I think they'll finish the season, though. I do. Glass half full kind of guy. See? Half full. I hope they finish the season. That would just be terrible for the teams and the players that are, especially the ones that are, in playoff contention or in contention for a major bowl game. That would be terrible. Yeah. Chances North Carolina upsets Notre Dame. Well, judging from the way that North Carolina looks offensively, they look like they can compete with anybody. When they're on clicking on all cylinders, they can score on anybody. Defense is so bad that Notre Dame might score 50. I mean, that might be another one of these Big 12 things. 50 to 40. It might look a lot like the game you saw today with Wake Forest, although Notre Dame's defense is clearly better than Wake Forest defense. I'm not comparing the two, but... So, answer your question, what are the chances that North Carolina upsets Notre Dame? 20% chance. How about that? I think that's fair. 20% chance. That's not a huge chance, but still not a disrespectful one either. North Carolina is the Oklahoma of the ACC, and Florida is the Oklahoma of the SEC. Okay. Yeah. Right. %. I'll take it. That sounds more fair. Oklahoma probably will win the Big 12 with 2 losses. Yes, there's a chance. What did she say to him in that movie? She said, "I wouldn't date you if you were the last, unless you were the last man on the earth." And he's like, "So you're saying there's a chance?" 1st and 10, Notre Dame runs a reverse and picks up big chunk play, picks up about 40 yards. Out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. This is about to be the death nail. Of course, we've seen crazy things happen in this game. There might be a turnover around the corner here. All right, 1st and 10. You're running up the middle for about 2 yards. Boston College needs a turnover. Bad. The clock is against them now. Any points at this point, even if it's only a field goal, let's see, that would put them at 41. Yeah, they need something to happen here. Otherwise, it's over. Book keeps it. Runs up the middle for the 1st down and more, all the way down to the 10. That guy is just so dangerous when he leaves the pocket, man. He just kills you with his legs. They look like they are. Bama looks like they're the best. 1st and 10. Gonna pitch it to the running back, and he's gonna pick up about 8. Yeah, this is man, Notre Dame's offense is just like they're just steamrolling. Second and 3. Book throws it into the end zone. Goes up for a one-handed catch, and it's incomplete. 3rd down coming up. Ohio State might be the best team. I don't know. It's hard. You're not going to know until these teams play against each other. So we'll all have to wait. I think a healthy Clemson can play with anybody in the country too, but healthy is probably not going to happen. 3rd and 3. Book keeps it. And he's going to walk right in the end zone untouched. Of course. How fitting for Ian Book to basically end the game by a rushing touchdown. What has he got? 100 yards tonight rushing at least, or close to it. He's got to have close to it. Ryan, you hit your bet. Congratulations. And the Irish kick the extra point to make it 45. 45-23. I think that's probably going to be it. That's going to be the end of the game. There's no way they can come back from that now. No way they're coming back from that now. For shits and giggles here, let's turn it to another game for a few minutes. What else is on? So I saw somebody say turn it to the Purdue game. Where's that at? What channel is that on? Find it. The Big Ten Network? Okay. Hold on. Gotta find that. Baylor and Texas Tech. No. Southern Miss and Western Kentucky. Vanderbilt and Kentucky. Huh? Nevada and New Mexico. I'm not sure if I have the Big Ten. I don't think I have it. I don't think I have the Big Ten Network. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I don't. Which is unbelievable. I have 900 friggin' channels. Hold on. Let me see something here. I thought I did have it. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. I don't have it. Oh, there it is. I do have it. There it is. 17-10, Northwestern is leading Purdue. Speaking to my remote, I don't think I have one of those kind of remotes. No. I don't have a voice remote. Yeah, oh yeah, I've got the game. I've got it. Yeah, I remember. I remember what happened, Luke. Mm. No, this Clemson team is not as good as they were in 18. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. But then again, no other team in the history of Clemson football has been as good as that Clemson team. So, I mean, that's probably the best team they've ever had in their history. Kind of hard to beat that. Yeah, they had three first rounders on the defensive line. That's ridiculous. Um, Unfortunately, guys, I'm getting text messages and phone calls. I got to get off the stream. I got to call somebody back. Something's going on. So anyway, but thanks you all for joining me. It was fun. Obviously, the Irish decimated the Eagles. So Irish look for real. We knew they were for real when they beat Clemson, but they look even more for real now. So anyway, it was fun to hang out with you guys. Good luck on your games tonight. If you wagered any money on any of these games, I hope your team wins. If you're a fan of a team they're playing tonight, I hope your team wins. Clemson's not playing, so it really doesn't matter. No harm, no foul for me, no matter who wins. But yeah. All right, guys. Thanks. I'll see y'all soon.